Dear humans, I stand here today not for myself, but for every tail wagger, sloppy kisser, and curtain ninja. I stand here for each one of the thousands of dogs and cats killed in shelters each day, asking you to join our cause and help us make sure every best friend has a chance to meet one of their own. With Best Friends Animal Society leading the charge, and your help, we can save them all.
We have a big weekend coming up with our first ever Horses and Hounds Parade. It's going to be right here in downtown Sylacauga, Saturday morning, October 19th at 10 a.m. So if you have not signed up your dog or your horse, then today is the last day to pre-register, but you can also register up to the day of the event. And it will be horses and dogs dressed up in Halloween costumes. We're going to go the homecoming parade route through downtown. So we're starting at Sylacauga High School, and we're going to head up Broadway, go across First, come down Norton. So there are lots of places to watch if you are not going to be participating. And the last time I checked, we have 41 dogs that are signed up to be in the parade. We've got 6 horses, so the dog people are winning right now. So those of you with horses, you got to get them signed up and get them in that parade. And we have 14 right now shelter dogs, Sylacauga Animal Shelter dogs who will be walking. So these are 14 available dogs. And we'd love to have everybody come out and get an opportunity to meet these dogs and see these dogs. But because we have so many that are going to be in the parade and so many of our volunteers who will be working the parade, we will not be walking dogs this weekend at the Sylacauga Animal Shelter. So October 19th, we won't have anybody there walking dogs, but you can come to the parade and meet a good many of those dogs that are at the shelter. And we'll be back to our normal walking the following weekend. So make sure you come out and see the horses and the dogs this weekend for that Halloween parade. Now we're going to go ahead and get to our special guest because these young ladies have been out to walk dogs at the shelter. So we have Marley and Piper Williams here today. So thank you so much for coming on the show. So let's talk about, so Marley, we'll let you start. How old are you? Where are you in school?
I'm 15 years old and I go to Sylacauga High School.
Okay, and then what about you, Piper?
I am 12 years old and I go to Nichols Lawson Middle School.
Okay, so they both came out and walked dogs with us. And Marley's been out several times, and Piper, you've been out?
I've been out once with my friend and once with Marley.
Okay, so we've got some great supporters of the shelter here, and we're going to talk about some of the dogs that they met, and those can be our adoptable dogs this week, and we're going to talk about your experience. So they've done such a good job coming out and helping at the shelter. So let's talk about why you came out. What was your experience coming out and walking dogs?
I came out because, well, I just really love dogs. It's something I've always loved. I really want to work with dogs when I'm older.
Okay. And
actually, it was my mom's idea, so I really am appreciative of that. Thank you. It's just something I've always loved.
And then Piper, what did you come out first? Was there a group of your friends that came out?
Yes, there was. It was for a birthday party of one of my friends. So she wanted to come help with the dog shelter. So she used all of her birthday money to buy stuff for the dog shelter. And for her birthday, she brought me and I think one of her cousins to walk the dogs with. So that's when I first did it.
And so there's so many ways to come out and support the shelter. I mean, we've got, both of you have come out just to walk, but then also, like Piper was saying, we can have little parties there. And there's so many dogs of many ages to where we can have a lot of people come out to walk. And like Marley said, we want to thank her mom, Brooke, for bringing them out to walk dogs. Now, you have to be 18 to come out and walk a dog by yourself, but if you are 16 or 17, you can hold a leash as long as your parent's with you. But as Marley and Piper have experienced, if you're under the age of 16, then you come out and your parents walk the dogs, but you get to do so much and play with them and learn about them. So we've got a dog up on the screen right now. This is Gunther. So let's talk about Gunther because he is one of my favorites at the shelter.
Gunther, he was the, last dog we walked, last Saturday.
Okay.
So he was super sweet. He was very shy though, but I feel like that's just because he hasn't had a very great experience. But I feel like if he just got into a loving home, then he would be a really great dog.
Absolutely. Gunther he's been at the shelter quite a few months now, but he's a young dog, so he's probably under a year old, but he was terrified when he first came. We hardly were able to get him out of the kennel. We'd have to carry him out to the grassy area, and then he would just want to sit there and get lots of love. So he's such a super sweet dog, but he's come out of his shell, and you still experience the shyness with him, but he's the dog that I think will do great with a family.
Yes, he would.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about, so we got some other dogs that you walked. We got a picture. Here's Gabby. So let's talk about Gabby. Gabby's also a pretty young dog.
Yes. Gabby was the second dog me and my mom walked.
Okay.
She was super sweet, super energetic. She was very sweet. She seemed like she did well with other dogs, and she was just overall just a great dog.
She is a good dog. And these dogs that we're showing right now are dogs that aren't going to be at the parade. So I'm glad we're showing these particular pictures that you took. And y'all did such a good job coming out to walk dogs and take pictures, and that helps us get to know them better. And we got one more picture here. We've got a picture of one more little German Shepherd mix. This is Abby. So let's talk about Abby.
I didn't walk Abby, but I did see her, and she was super sweet. She came up to me as soon as she saw me, and she just started wagging her tail, just jumping up, super sweet. She tried like licking, jumping, all the little things that puppies do. She was super sweet. I wish I could have taken her home, but
I know. I watched both of you, and I think both of you would have liked to have taken all the dogs home with you.
I would have.
But there are so many, as you're just talking about with Abby, there are so many puppies there right now that are unfortunately growing up at the shelter. So any word we can get out to let people know that we've got some great dogs there, and we've got great young dogs and great adult dogs too. So if you can come out to the shelter or come out to the parade, you'll get to meet a lot of those. We also have a trunk or treat that's going to happen at Silicaga's Fall Festival at the end of the month, and we're going to have more of the puppies there, so more of these dogs like Abby that are younger, so the kids can come out and meet them and play with them. But the more people we can get out to walk dogs, then the better it's going to be, because we need more people like the two of you coming out to walk dogs and participating, because we can get so much information about those dogs. So in general, tell me about your experience, not just with an individual dog, but how fun was it to be out there with a lot of people, a lot of dogs, and all that energy out there?
Personally, I love going out there. One, because you get to meet new people. Like one time we met this lady and she was super sweet. She was like, oh yeah, this is the dog and this is all about him and all kinds of little things. And it was really nice to get to kind of know her and the dog that she was walking. And just seeing the dogs, how happy they can be and how happy they could be at a home, that makes me really happy, because it's like these dogs have like a chance instead of being out on the street. And it's really happy.
And if we can get more people to understand that if we really get the spaying and neutering going, we're going to have fewer of these dogs on the streets, and it'll be easier to find them homes. So did any dog stand out with you, Piper, or did you just love them all?
I just loved them all. I wanted to take them all home with me.
I think it was Piper mainly that I watched that really, you were the one that really wanted to voice taking every dog home. So it was wonderful to watch how much they loved these dogs and what a good time they had with them. Now tell me about your own dogs. You've got dogs at home.
Yes, we have 4 dogs. We have Costa, Maui, they're both boxers.
Okay.
And then we have Bailey and Dolly, and they're German short-haired pointers.
Okay, so how crazy is it around your household with all those dogs there?
It can be a lot. They never stop barking, especially the girls. They are very, very energetic. They run at everything. And our 2 boxers, they're a little more calm, but Maui is more energetic than Costa.
I would imagine.
Bailey always likes to get socks.
Okay.
And she just brings us random socks that she finds.
So you have to be super careful with all your socks.
Yes.
Does she eat the socks? Do you end
No,
up with
she doesn't
holes?
eat them. She just picks them up and carries them around the house.
We've got a dog that likes to do that.
One sweet thing Bailey does is every time we come home from like school or, in my mom's case, work, she'll pick something up from the yard and bring it to us. It's so sweet.
She just wants to tell you that she's happy to see you and she appreciates you.
Yeah.
So You definitely have some beautiful dogs at home, and I know
Yes.
that they are such a big part of the family. I can tell that the two of you would definitely make your pets part of the family
Oh,
as
yes.
much as you love them. Now, Marley, I know you want to do something with animals when you grow up. What would you like to be?
I would really love to be either a zoologist or a marine biologist.
Okay.
So-
And then Piper, would you like to
I
work with
would.
animals?
I would.
So we'll see what your sister decides and what you decide to do with your lives. But we appreciate the two of you with what you're doing right now and how much you're supporting the community. Marley has also been out to help us with the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mills, the voucher sale. She's come out and helped us with that. And you're one of our Junior Beautification Council members too. So she's come out to help us pick up litter. And Piper, we're going to recruit you to do all that too. You've proven to me that you do such a good job at the shelter that we've got to get you out doing many other things with us too. But we, again, just appreciate the two of you. Thank you so much for coming out to walk dogs, and thank you for coming to share your experience on the show too. We'll have you back on here sometime. We'll keep using you, both of you, as photographers, and you can come and tell us about the available dogs. But we appreciate it. Come out to Horses and Hounds this weekend. We'd love to see the whole community come out to the parade. So make sure if you have a dog and your dog likes to dress up, come on out and walk your dog. And then if you've got a horse, again, you can dress up your horse, and we're going to have this great event. I would imagine that our shelter dogs will be confused with costumes on, so we'll see if they're able to keep them on this weekend. But come on out, and you can watch a show with us trying to keep all these costumes on these shelter dogs. But we'd love to have you there, and we'll have more Daybreak after these messages.